Let's create a new campaign. A media buyer has asked us to create a campaign for the new BMW X5 series. The absolute period range of this campaign is from December 20th to January 25th. This is the earliest start date and the latest end date for our campaign. As an internal sales, I have the possibility to create a campaign in different categories: sales campaigns, bundles, auto promos, exchange or compensations. Let's make a sales campaign, and as a sales I estimate the success of this campaign to be about 30%. This is the chance that I estimate that this campaign will result in a confirmed campaign. My primary contact is the person with whom I am negotiating at the media buyer. So in my contacts I will look for my mindshare contacts, and I see that Dogony is my contact. The advertiser company is BMW, so I can modify this to BMW. I will need this information in a later stage for reporting and for the campaign programming. I can now create my new campaign. Adlogix will show me an empty template to which I can add different products. I will add a first product, which is a CPM campaign on a run-off network. That will also be the name that I give to this campaign. Adlogix again has pre-entered the information for me, but eventually I can modify this should I choose to create a CPC campaign or a cost per click campaign or a sponsorship campaign. I want this to be a CPM campaign with a high priority, but my media buyer doesn't give me impressions, but gives me a net budget for my campaign. The net budget given by the media buyer is, for example, 12,500 euros. At this stage I can add different targeting criteria or other options concerning my delivery of my campaign. I want this campaign to run on a run-off network. Therefore, Adlogix shows me an overview of all the content categories that exist in my ad server, among which the run-off network. I can also eventually exclude certain sites or exclude certain zones from my selection. The result of my selection is shown on the right of my screen. Next step, Adlogix will ask me, within my absolute period range, when do I want this specific product to run. Let's say that we want this campaign to run from the 27th to the 23rd of January. Next, Adlogix will ask me what formats I want to use for this campaign. Adlogix shows me here an overview of all the positions and all the formats that are technically possible on the zones I have selected previously. My media buyer asks me for a rich media rectangle, a rich media skyscraper, and, for example, the leaderboard. I add these to my campaign or to my products, submit this information to Adlogix, and immediately Adlogix will make an inventory calculation and tell me if this campaign is possible. If I look at the Impressions tab on my result page, I see that for my different formats the capacity is 66, 30 or 85 million, whereas I only need 500,000, 200,000 and 600,000 for the different formats that I have chosen. I can at this point say with 100% certainty to my media buyer that this specific campaign will be able to run on our network. I can now submit and close this information, and Adlogix will save all this information in my products.